my channel, and if you are new here, hi, my name is Nicole and this is A Simplistic Home, and today's video I'm going to be doing a little bit of decluttering and organizing here in my kitchen. So I'm also going to be adding in some bonus footage of an Aldi grocery haul as well. So I normally do my grocery shopping about once a week, and it has been about 2 weeks since I have done groceries, so I'm in major need of some food around here and we've just been eating out a lot. So today was the day I just wanted to go ahead and order groceries, and I actually use Instacart, so I'll touch on that a little bit here. This is not sponsored or anything, but I do really enjoy Instacart a lot. I am a mom of 2 young boys, and so sometimes it's hard to get out of the house, especially with all the virus stuff going on, and it's just really cold in general, and one of my sons is only 4 months old, so I don't really want to get a little one that small out and about in the grocery store. So Instacart has been a lifesaver for me, and they should be delivering my groceries here within the next hour, so that's why I wanted to show you guys the haul. But I also wanted to mention that today's video is in collaboration with my good friend Bria. So if you are not familiar with Bria's content, you should totally go check her out. I will have her video linked down below because she's going to be doing some decluttering in her home as well. But she shares a ton of great cleaning motivation. She has a lot of good tips, and also on her Instagram she shares a lot of good clean eating and good recipes, and she is also a mom as well. She has 2 little girls actually, and they all just moved into a new home. So her and her husband have been doing a lot of home renovations, home inspo, and I just think her home is beautiful. It's very crisp and classy, and she has a lot of whites in her home, but also a lot of blush pinks, and she has gold accents, and it's just really pretty, and she has done a great job putting it all together. So be sure to check her out. And if you are new from Bria's channel, hello, I hope you consider subscribing today. Here on my channel I do a lot of home inspiration as well, but it is all based around simple living and just budget friendly everything. So I really enjoy thrifting, and my husband and I really enjoy decorating our home, all of the interior design, just things in general, and it's just a really fun hobby for us. So our home is very special to us. We host all the time. We just want to make it feel very warm and inviting for everyone who enters, and that is our main goal here. So we are big homebodies, as you can see by the sweatshirt. By the way, I will also have this link down below if you guys are interested in it. I recently purchased it from an Etsy shop, so if you're interested in it, I will have that link down below, like I said. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do a run through of our kitchen. So we do have a smaller kitchen. It's actually a galley kitchen. So there's not a ton of storage and cabinet space and whatnot. And we also do go about having a minimal approach when it comes to keeping things in our home. So this won't be a major declutter like most videos, but I do still have some things that I want to get rid of and just kind of clean and keep track of a little better. So we're going to be doing that today. But anyway, I will stop rambling. I will go ahead and jump into the rest of this video and kind of give you guys a quick kitchen tour before we get started on everything. Okay, so this is what our kitchen looks like. So as you can see, like I said, it is a galley style kitchen. We actually, whenever we moved in, we have done some updating in here, but we removed all of the cabinets that were right here. So we did have more cabinet space originally, but we find ourselves not needing that much, believe it or not. So we removed those and just cut a hole in the wall. If you guys are new here, you need to check out some other home videos. I will have some linked down below so you guys can kind of see what all our house looks like. But this is the kitchen view. So anyway, my husband built these spice shelves, so I have our spices in there and things like that, and that is going to be part of today's video actually. So we've had these same spice jars for over 4 years now, and they're just getting really worn out. Some of the lids are broken and all of those things, so the labels are peeling off. So that is actually what this box is. So I ordered some spice jars, and they have labels and whatnot off of Amazon, and I will be sure to have those linked down below because I think they were a great deal and they look really nice. So I'll jump into that a little bit later. But anyway, we are going to be updating our spices. So I have one on either side over here, so we're going to be doing that. I'm also going to try to get these watermarks and stuff off of my stovetop. So I have some bar keepers that I'm going to use. Hopefully that will do the trick. I've heard a lot of good things about that, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, like I said earlier, we don't have a ton of stuff to declutter. We actually, in our home, use cast iron, so I don't even really have that many original, like, just normal pots and pans, believe it or not. I know that's kind of uncommon, but that's what we do around here. And We do live in an older style home, so some of these cabinets and drawers are a little bit worn out. So as you can see, like this one is actually missing the side, things like that. So we are just going to work with what we have and make it look as nice as we can. Alright you guys, so I decided to go ahead and tackle these upper cabinets. So one side has our dishware, and as you can see it looks pretty bare right now, and that is only because a lot of my dishes this day were in the dishwasher. So you will notice later that it is a little more full towards the end of this. But anyway, the other side just has Barrett's bottles and formula, Jack's cups, plates, bowls, things along those lines. So basically everything for the boys, and I just needed to do a tidy up and just put everything together. That way I didn't have a lot of loose pieces laying around. And I also did a quick dusting of these cabinets. So as you can see here, Barrett's bottle rack actually does not have a tray on the bottom, and that is why I keep a little towel in the cabinet, because I don't want to get my wooden cabinets wet. So if you're curious about that, that is what is going on here. I had a lot of just miscellaneous items laying around here that I wanted to declutter, and a few things I threw away, and a few of the other things I decided to just keep in there because they are for the boys and I didn't want to lose them elsewhere. So it was just like some popsicle makers and things like that, so just kind of random stuff. I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, I do have a box set aside for items that I needed to just donate. So I didn't throw away everything that I didn't need any longer, but I did have a donation box. So I do donate a lot of items pretty frequently, so that was a big help on this particular day. But anyway, moving along, so I am cleaning out my microwave. I don't know about anybody else, but this is just a spot that I do not think about very often, to be honest, and I find that it gets gross very quickly. So we don't use our microwave all that much, but for whatever reason I just feel like it gets dirty fast. But I am wiping it out with my natural cleaner that I make. It is water, vinegar, castile soap, and essential oil, so it is totally natural to use in here, and the vinegar really just wiped it clean, and I think it worked really, really well. Okay, so moving along to the bottom section of the cabinet. So this is where I keep my glassware, like containers, like food storage containers, mixing bowls, cutting boards, things along those lines. And I do end up donating and throwing away some of the things down here as well, just like old cutting boards that I wasn't using anymore, some mixing bowls, things along those lines that I just don't need excess of. So as you guys can tell, we don't really keep excess much at all. Like I said, this is a small kitchen declutter, and we do have a more minimal approach when it comes to things in our home. So this is not extreme by any means, but it still needs to be done. So now moving along into our Lazy Susan. So this is where we keep a lot of our spices and just a bunch of like canned goods and things along those lines. But because I have the new spice jars, I went ahead and took all of these spices out, and then later in this video you will notice that I do organize them and all of those good things. But for now, I just wanted to get all of this out, wipe it out, and then kind of do some rearranging, because most of what is in here currently will no longer be in there anymore because of the new spice jars. So anyway, like I said, I keep spices, canned goods, all of those things. And I also, when I did this, went through some expiration dates, because there were some things that I noticed I didn't even know that we had, to be honest with you, and I just wanted to get rid of what was no longer good, obviously. So anyway, And I also decided to keep some baked goods down here, like some baked good like boxes and things along those lines. We have a cabinet on the top that I'll show you guys here in a little bit that we have a lot of those things in, but it was just looking extremely full, and those aren't things that we use all the time. So I figured if we kind of made this Lazy Susan just a random like free-for-all type of area, then it would be a little easier to keep our other cabinets clutter-free. Now we are going to be cleaning some of these storage containers. So I have a few containers already. I actually did not purchase any for this video, but all of these that I had already, they just needed wiped out and just cleaned. So this particular one that I'm cleaning here is actually for all of our silverware. I had a few others that you guys saw earlier that we keep, like our pizza cutters and just other random kitchen utensils in. And yeah, like I said, I just wanted to go ahead and rinse those out. That way, whenever I put them back, everything was fresh and ready to go. I will say just about all of these bins here, aside from the silverware container, are all from the Dollar Tree. So the gray bin, like that bucket, and then also those 2 trays came from the Dollar Tree last year. The Dollar Tree is a great place to find organizational items. I think that personally organizational items can get a little pricey depending on where you are going, but I mean, shop wherever you would like. But I personally like the Dollar Tree for items like this just because it doesn't really matter what they look like, in my opinion, especially if they're just holding things in place in a drawer. So anyway, just a little tip, don't forget to check out the Dollar Tree for your organizational needs. So I don't show underneath of my sink in this video, but this is where this bucket will go. So I keep all of my cleaning products under there, and just wanted to show you guys that. But anyway, moving along, so I'm going to go ahead and rearrange all of this silverware. To me, this is so satisfying. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's super satisfying. The next thing that we had on the list was to go ahead and switch out all of these spice jars. So I recently purchased some new spice jars from Amazon. They are awesome. They came with labels and everything. I think they were originally like $45, and I ended up getting them when they were on sale for around $30. So I will have those linked down below if you guys are interested in checking those out. But I really like them a lot, and I found this super satisfying too, changing out the old with the new. So just a little tip that you can do to kind of spruce up your kitchen a little bit and to make everything look cohesive, because as you can see here, we have a ton of different spices. I was honestly shocked at how many we had whenever I was sorting through all of this, and I actually did not even have enough jars, so that tells you something. But Anyway, what I did was group things that I had multiples of and then just kind of make sense of all of this. That way, when it came time to transitioning everything from their current bottles into the new jars, that it was a really easy move. Okay, so this is what it looks like after I had organized everything. It probably looks not organized at all, but I knew exactly what I was doing. So like I said, I went ahead and grouped everything together, and then these are the jars. So they are glass jars, they have tin lids, and they're super nice. And like I said, they came with the labels and everything. I'll show you guys those here in just a second, but they had two different styles of labels that it came with. So it had these black labels that you can put on the lids, which is what I decided to do. And these had so many different stickers, so many different spices that you could title. I don't even know half of these, to be honest with you. And then they also had these white stickers as well that you could put on the front if you would like. I guess you could put these on the lid too if you wanted to, but anyway, highly recommend this system if you are in need of organizing your spices. So this is the final product. I think they look so nice, very cohesive, and you guys will see at the end what they look like on these shelves, but I could not recommend these more. Because it was so late at night whenever I was filming this portion of the video, we were having a little fun. Jack is the man behind the scenes running around. If you ever see my camera shaking in my footage, this is why. He is so fun, but he is such a wild man. Okay, so it is the next day now, and we are going to go ahead and tackle the other side of the kitchen. So anyway, as you can see, I have a problem with storing plastic bags. So literally that entire section is basically all bags, and I went ahead and decided to donate those. I know that sounds weird, but I think some thrift stores use plastic bags like that. So, and if not, they can always just throw them away if they want to, but anyway, I had so many, and like you guys see here, tons of Aldi bags because I do use Instacart a lot. But anyway, this is the biggest organizing drawer that I had to do. So clearly this is a junk drawer, like a massive junk drawer. We had so much random stuff in here, from cards to batteries to masks and paint swatches, like literally you name it, it was in this drawer. And it was time to get rid of all of this mess. So at the end you guys will see that it looks so much better, but I threw away, I would say, about 90% of what was in here, and it was just a mess. Alright, now to take a little break from the decluttering. So as you guys can see, this was actually the first day that I filmed. So I had Instacart bring my groceries to my door, and it is amazing. If you have not used Instacart, I absolutely love it. And I shopped at Aldi this day. So anyway, it is so easy to use. You just get on your phone, order online, and they will deliver it to your door within an X amount of time. It is great, and I have had zero issue with it. So if you are having a hard time getting out of the house for whatever reason, I could not recommend this enough. Okay, you guys, so you just saw me unpack all of this stuff. So there's clearly no rhyme or reason to the order in which I am showing this, but I'm gonna go ahead and dive in. So we'll just start here. So some of this is nothing exciting, but item number 1. So we were out of toilet paper. So I always just get mine from Aldi. I don't notice anything different about it compared to other brands. So it's a good one to get, and it's also, I think, way cheaper in my opinion than if you were to get it at like Walmart or Target or anything like that. I got some chocolate almond milk. We like that a lot. Jack drinks it all the time. And I also get my laundry detergent from Aldi. So this is compared to Gain, the original scent. I like it's like, I think it's like an Island Breeze or something, but they actually didn't have that. So with the Instacart, they'll allow you to replace items or deduct items if you don't, but this was my replacement. So I'm gonna give that one a try. As you guys saw, I did get a few gallons of water. So Barrett is actually formula fed, so I use distilled water in his bottles. And also, sounds random, but we quit buying bottled water because I felt like we were wasting them so much. I know a lot of people use bottled water, but for whatever reason in our household, we just wasted them all the time. So we opted for the gallons, and anyway, I find that we aren't as wasteful if we do it like this. So anyway, got that. I got some strawberries, blackberries, and blueberries. So big fruit people around here. I also got some hummus. We all like that. Jack really likes it. He's, like I said, our 2.5-year-old. I got the multigrain tortilla chips. I got 2 bags of those, and some grapes. John and Jack are big grape people, so I grabbed those. I got some pretzels for Jack, some veggie straws for Jack. You guys know how it is. If you have toddlers, snacks are a big thing. So also raisins. He loves raisins, so I got him those. It seems like at least once a week, make some type of soup, especially this time of year. So I always like to keep chicken broth or vegetable broth on hand. So I grabbed that. We were out of ranch, so I grabbed a bottle of this. John actually really likes Aldi ranch, and it's only like, I think it's less than $1. Got a gallon of whole milk because Jack still drinks milk on occasion. This, if you have never tried Aldi's kettle corn, you totally need to try this. This stuff is delicious. It's a really good snack to just have on hand or for a movie night or something. And it's like less than $2, I believe, for this whole bag. And it's pretty big. So grab some of that. I love cashews to snack on. So I grabbed a big container of the cashews. Those are really good to have. Sounds probably not that appetizing, but I also grabbed some canned chicken because I like to make chicken salad, like for crackers or sandwiches and stuff like that. And sometimes this is just way easier than having to actually cook the chicken. So I'll just kind of heat this up on the stovetop and kind of brown it a little. But anyway, grab that. I got some almond butter for different things. I like to put it on bananas or apples and whatnot. So I grabbed some of that. I grabbed a jar of the salsa. So this is one of our favorite like store-bought salsas, Aldi salsa. It's great. It tastes really good with those multi-grain chips. If you guys hear something, it's because somebody right here is a little bit clingy. Are you clingy? You like to see your mom? Anyway, back to the grocery haul. So I got a bundle of bananas. I have a cucumber because I like to eat that with the hummus. And then I grabbed a couple of bags of the riced cauliflower. So I've been doing paleo. It's been a little rough the last week, but I did it solid for like 3 weeks and I lost 11 pounds and it's really good. So you guys follow me on Instagram. I share some recipes and like my stats on how all that's going. But anyway, so with the rice cauliflower, we've been doing like stir fries and just kind of using it as a filler on certain recipes, so it's really good. We got the frozen mixed berries because we like smoothies, and we also like to just snack on the frozen fruit. I know that's weird, but we like it. I have a bag of dark chocolate morsels for different things. Anyway, so just like to have those on hand. I grabbed some chicken breasts, so for stir fries, or we already had quite a bit of vegetables in our fridge and like potatoes and stuff like that, so I could do like sheet pan meals and just a lot of different things. I can put this in chicken like soup, stuff like that. So have that. I have the sausage, so again, we like sheet pan meals. This is just an easy thing to cook up with potatoes and zucchini and just any kind of vegetable really, so grab that. I grabbed some of this ground beef, so this is the 93% lean, 7% fat. We like to make taco bowls, so that's another thing that I'll do with the rice cauliflower. Like I'll brown up the hamburger, add some salsa. Sometimes I'll do like red or green bell peppers, stuff like that, and just kind of season it to our liking with like cumin and all of those good things. So anyway, grab that to have on hand. Dried cranberries, because I think these are good on salads, but also again, Jack is a big snacker for these things, so those and raisins are like go-tos here. And then broccoli for if we wanted to do broccoli soup, if we wanted to do the stir fry like I mentioned earlier, all of that. So anyway, it is so convenient that all of this got delivered right to my door about 5 minutes ago. The first time you do it, it is a free delivery fee, and then after that it is $3.99, and then they have a couple other fees, like there's a tip on there that you can add for your delivery person. There is just like an overall general service fee. I'm pretty sure that's towards like, because they're obviously shopping for you and all of those things, but I always stay within my budget when it comes to my actual groceries in general, but then with the Instacart it adds on typically around 10 to 15 extra dollars. But my Aldi is actually about 25 minutes away from me, and like I said earlier, I don't always like to get my little ones out and about to do this, so especially in like the cold and flu season and whatnot. So I find it very convenient, and I will spend the extra 10 to 15 dollars to get it delivered here. So anyway, but we're gonna go ahead and put all of this away, and we'll continue the rest of this video. Okay, so now it is time to prep all of these fruits and veggies. So I always like to rinse off my produce before I put them in the containers and prep them. So I have actually seen some people use like a fruit and vegetable cleaner, like a spray, and I've also seen like a soak as well. I have never used that, so if you have and you like it, let me know down in the comments, because I've always been curious about it, but I've never given it a whirl. So anyway, yeah, so anyway, I do like to go ahead and rinse all of these off, and then I will go ahead and cut all of them up. Okay, so I do like to keep all of my produce, like I mentioned earlier, in these little glass containers. So some of them I just needed to refill, and the other ones I needed to put in the containers. So these are super easy to use, very convenient. I love having them in my fridge, and they are really like tightly sealed, so the produce does not go bad quickly at all. I feel like I've had stuff in there for like over 2 weeks before, and I've had no problems. So anyway, I like to keep my fruit in here and my vegetables, and I like to keep my like broccoli and particularly my vegetables cut up in there. That way whenever we have dinner or lunch or something like that, there's not a lot of prep work. It's already done, and I can just grab the container out of my fridge and we're good to go. Alright you guys, so now everything is decluttered and we have a stocked fridge. So I'm now going to go ahead and show you the final product. So as you can see here, these are the new spice jars. I think they look so much better than the old ones did on this shelf here. Very cohesive and just really nice. So I could not, like I said, I could not recommend those enough. And moving on into our junk drawer. So here we go. This looks so much better. So this little white container that I have here actually came from our bathroom. I just wasn't using it, so I went ahead and put it in this junk drawer, and we have the batteries in there and pens and pencils and things like that, and just things that we actually need in a junk drawer, not all the random stuff that we had before. And then down here I did keep a little bit of the bags, and then we have the gallons of water. And do not be alarmed by the cabinets. So I've mentioned this before, we live in an older style home, so the cabinets are original and they are just old and stained and beat up. So anyway, they are not dirty, they are just old. But anyway, these other two is where I keep like our daily kitchen utensils and things like that. And as you guys saw on the other one, I had a couple of towels and oven mitts and things like that. In here we have a lot of towels. So John actually bought these for his cast iron whenever he is cleaning them out. So anyway, that's what that drawer is designated for. And then this is just some random stuff that we don't use very often but we still need around. So anyway, moving on to the bottom section, this is where we keep our cast iron. So I've mentioned this before, but we primarily just cook with cast iron in our house. And then over on this side, this is where we have some kitchen appliances. So we have our NutriBullet, we have a food processor, a kettle, and then on the bottom we have our griddle and a toaster. Moving on to the other side of the cabinet, so here is our dishware and our cups, and we also have our coffee mug. So I do like to keep everything very neutral. I don't know why, I just think it looks nicer. And then on the other side is where all of the color is. So this is all of the boys stuff. We have bottles and formula and sippy cups and just all of the fun bright colors for them. Moving along into this bottom section, so I didn't have to do anything to this drawer because there's not much in it, and I mean it's kind of just a free-for-all, but it's still organized. And then the other section is just the same, so we just have more kitchen utensils there. These are items that we don't use daily but we still use on a regular basis. That is why we still keep them, because you guys know if we don't use it then we get rid of it around here. But anyway, the bottom section here looks a lot nicer too. So normally I do have my food containers there, but they're all in my fridge currently. And then I have casserole dishes, mixing bowls, and cutting boards. Moving along into the kitchen, this is just our silverware drawer. And then below that, believe it or not, we actually have an empty drawer. I don't know how that ended up happening, but here we are. And then the very bottom is just a couple of pots and a larger cheese grater that we have. And here is the Lazy Susan. So this thing is definitely packed, but we have some extra spices that I didn't have enough room for the jars. And then we have our canned goods and then pancake mixes and just like baking stuff. So this part of the kitchen I actually didn't organize, but I'll go ahead and show you it anyway. So we just have our crock pot, and this is Jack's little kitchen stuff. And then the drawer above that is like paper products and foil and things along those lines. And this top part here looks pretty bare as well. So this is where everything in the Lazy Susan used to be pretty much. So it was overflowing and I needed to do something else with that. So it's pretty bare right now. And then as you can see, this is all of our snacks. I wish I had a better organizing system with this, but it works and you can see everything that we have. and also in the fridge, so it is looking nice and clean as well. I love having these glass containers. Like I said, I just think it's a nice grab and go, and I really think that they are worth the money. And honestly, these weren't expensive. I think they were like $25 for all of them, so I don't think that's too bad. And here you go, you guys. Again, this is the final product. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a long one, and don't forget to head over to Bria's channel. Make sure to watch her video and go to subscribe to her channel as well. She has so much good content to share, and I'm looking forward to everything that she has. And let's also help her get to 1K. She is so close. So anyway, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new here, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel and be on the lookout for more content from me. So thank you guys so much once again, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.